back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we are coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to run down to Detroit right now and be joined by Star Crawford. She's the market executive in Detroit for the Bank of America. And Star, it is good to have you on the show. How you doing?
I am fantastic. It is great to be on the show with you, Chris. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, and you give that impression of being fantastic. I'm glad you're having a great time. So let's talk a little bit about why Bank of America decided to raise its U.S. minimum hourly wage to $24. That's not something you hear very often.
No, it's not. And we're really excited about it. It's an exciting time for us. Ultimately, we just been focused on continuing to invest in the long-term careers and the success of our employees. Ultimately, we understand that it's important to stay competitive in the pay rates and to have strong incentive opportunities for all of our roles. What I can tell you, we truly understood back in 2017, we started this journey that to be the number one bank, to be the great place to work that we have been winning many awards on, we need to stay competitive. And quite frankly, we need to make sure that we're paying employees a livable wage. When you think about this, Chris, we preach economic mobility. That's at the core of what we do. And so we have to put our money where our mouths are, right? And so we can't preach economic mobility and our teammates are not living or able to achieve a livable wage. And so this is core to what we believe, and we're really excited to be able to deliver this. And we're not done yet.
No, well, so I'm thinking that inflation was part of this decision. And when does it take effect?
So this takes effect. So to answer your question, yes, inflation definitely is a part of it. But we know that, not only inflation, but again, just going back to being competitive and doing the right thing for our employees. It takes effect this October. We go to $24 by 2024, and by next year, we will be at 2025. That's the $25 an hour. That's the next goal.
Wow. Are you taking applications, by the way?
We always are taking applications. We got 32 roles open in Michigan alone. And so we're really excited. We've got a lot of folks that are interested, not just because of the pay, but it's the culture, right? When you think about the purpose of making financial lives better by the power of every connection, you can't beat that. Folks want to be a part of that. You should come along.
Well, listen, you're well aware of this. Most people don't jump employers because of pay. They jump
That's
for
right.
reasons. So you guys have a bit of a history of this from 2017 to 24. You guys have raised the minimum hourly wage from 15 to $24. Has the goal throughout this process been to lead the way in banking, in the banking industry, and encourage other bankers to do that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we are very vocal and very open and honest in promoting of this type of activity that we have at the bank. We've started at $15 an hour back in 2017. Now we're at $24 in 2024. And as I mentioned, we're going to $25 in 2025. That's over $20,000 in an increase in someone's salary. I can't think of anybody else who wouldn't want a $20,000 increase in their salary. And, what I can tell you is that it does put us up in ahead of the game. And what we also want to do is inspire other companies to do the same. Come along with us, because when we increase the salaries of our employees, it's going to positively impact the economy. So if we can do it, they can do it too. And we want to encourage all to make sure that we're all being active participants in this economy so that we can do our part in making this country fantastic.
Well, when you consider the fact that the top two issues, one of them confronting business is talent, this has to help with recruitment a little bit too.
Oh, absolutely. Every time I tell someone that what our minimum starting pay is, and when I correlate it to the roles, right? Because $24 is like, okay, and I'm like, no, that's so you can start as what we call a relationship banker. Most people know as a teller. Then they're taking a step back, right? You can come out of high school. We have amazing programs, but you don't need a college degree to be a relationship banker. And yet you're going to come in and be able to take care of your family with $24 an hour. Again, eventually $25 an hour. That's very impactful.
Well, and like we said, it's not always salary that motivates people or causes them to leave. So let's talk a little bit about Bank of America and some of the other things that they're offering employees to kind of enhance their.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you, our benefits package are amazing. I mean, we give the standard tuition reimbursement, paternity, maternity leave, 4 months off, paid time off for paternity and maternity leave, right? The other piece is if you make less than $100,000 in the company, your insurance rates, your benefits rates don't increase. They haven't increased in the past, I want to say at least 10 years for our employees. So we've started that strategy as well. So we've got a whole host of things. I would say the most recent item that we announced was our sabbatical program. And so this is eligible for every employee in the company. Once you hit 15 years of service, you're eligible to take 4 weeks off paid time in addition to your PTO. At
Wow.
20 and 25 years, you get 5 weeks off, and then 30 and 35, you get 6 weeks off. In addition, and I am blessed to have taken part of that. I've been with the firm 20 years, and I just recently enjoyed my sabbatical, and it was amazing. Unplug, recharge, and I came back more energetic, ready to serve, and ready to be a better teammate to my colleagues. And so that's just a few of the things that we have.
Makes a real difference. Certainly does. Star Crawford, market executive in Detroit for Bank of America. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it and everything your bank is doing.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be back with more.